So the old school credit cards are more secure now than the new ones? Is that what you're saying?
That's the craziest part to me is they added a chip that the UK or Europe has been using forever, and then it feels like months after that they introduced something that made the security worse than it's ever been.
Incredible.
Yeah, it blows my mind too.
Incredible.
What's up, Cyberhawks? So in today's video, we're going to be going over another video from Shawn Ryan, the Shawn Ryan show. Again, we're going over the number one ethical hacker in the US. And he's going to be showing us like some of the stuff he has in his everyday bag. This should be good. We can kind of see some of the stuff that a high cybersecurity aficionado kind of carries with him 24/7. So let's go ahead and check this out, and I'll kind of just give my thoughts on that.
Every day, and it's got so much in it that we could be here for 12 hours, but we'll make it short. So this, we'll start off simple. This is a Wi-Fi adapter. It looks like your standard Wi-Fi adapter. Supports a thing called monitoring mode. So there's a your Wi-Fi network. I would use this to send a deauthentication packet to dissociate one of your devices from the network, capture your Wi-Fi, go home, crack the password, and use your network, and then go further into trying to discover stuff on your network. This is a very good card.
Hold on. So how far do you have to be from my house to hack in with that?
It depends on the strength of your modem or router. It could be 50 feet, could be 100 feet, depends, could be more.
Look at that, 50, 100 feet away from you. Come on, guys. You definitely got to be aware. I remember when I was studying, I think for Security Plus, so Network Plus, they were talking about that, how, I forgot the terminology, it's like roaming. I cannot think of the terminology at the moment, but pretty much like you're hacking like from your car. So like you're driving like on the street and you're hacking into networks from like your car or whatever to the different houses connecting to their Wi-Fi and trying to get in. I cannot think of the word. Oh, you gotta let me know in the comments, but that kind of just reminded me of that right there. Probably the same thing, or maybe, yeah, probably the same thing actually.
Okay. But pretty far away.
All right. Jeez.
And this is another one related to Wi-Fi, but it looks like a regular Mint container, right? Well, I programmed what's called an ESP32 inside of it here, and put a hole here. So when I supply this with power, I can connect to it wirelessly and perform some Wi-Fi attacks with this as well.
That is so cool, guys. Watch out. You gotta watch out now when people have the little Mentos box, the little gum box. You gotta watch out for that now.
A little bit more undercover. He wouldn't really notice if I had this out at the table.
Before we continue too, man, like I love watching, like first off, I love, saying I like updated a lot of this tech, a lot of the cybersecurity stuff. But guys, wouldn't it be fun maybe if I did like another thing on this channel, maybe like trying to like create stuff like that, like actual physical things like that, maybe doing reviews on different things like that. I think that kind of would be fun. Kind of just giving me a change of pace from like doing home labs at my own house and different things of that nature. I think this will kind of just give me more knowledge and maybe give you guys more knowledge too. So definitely let me know on that.
I think you're a lot more dangerous than that firearm that I just presented.
This is originally made for electromagnetic fields, but it's good for knowing where a camera's at, microphone's at.
So that's a bug detector.
Yeah,
It'll tell
for
you
other words, yes.
Where cameras are. How does it work?
It works by detecting electromagnetic frequencies. So when I'm, if I put it up against something like that supplies power, I don't want to interfere with any of your equipment in here. So.
Oh, okay. So does it like direct you to where it is?
Yeah. So the signal will go up the stronger that it is.
Okay.
So, and in some cases, it'll actually tell me what it is, whether it be Wi-Fi, whether it be a phone or a power line. If I get near an outlet, it would say power line on the screen. But this could be used for many things. I use it, to see if there's bugs and stuff. I'm a little bit nuts when it comes to that. So
Now, one of those, I'm pretty sure you can buy like online, maybe Best Buy, maybe I know Amazon, probably probably like online. I'm pretty sure you can buy one of those, which is cool. I've been meaning to get one of those, just to be on the safe side, go to different hotels and different things of that nature, kind of just making sure there's no extra cameras there. I know they have like apps or something that claim they can do something similar. I don't really think the apps work. Maybe some of them do, but yeah, this one having like a physical device, I would definitely trust more than getting a free app online and testing that out. So I do like that. Let's just skip ahead a little bit to his next one.
And then this is actually a really good one here. So if you're ever in a business, for example, this is a device that you would plug into USB, and then as you see, there's an Ethernet adapter here. All right, male.
Now, yeah, this one I do like the dongle part. I'm not exactly sure what he's about to talk about on this one, but yeah, I have how I have my like 3 screens kind of set up. I have something kind of similar to that. I have a cord that goes to my USB-C on this, and then from the USB-C it connects to like several different things, like the wires to my keyboard, my mouse. I have one of those like multi ones, and at the end of it down there, I wish I could show you guys. Maybe I might do like a b-roll back there, but at the end of it I have a position for it to allow a Ethernet cord, so I can have fast internet on this. But kind of just talking about my setup compared to that device right there. They just reminded me of that.
Ethernet port, and when this plugs in, this has a mini computer inside of it. So as soon as this thing
mine definitely doesn't have a mini computer.
It's plugged into a computer or to the internet, the first thing it does is try to reach back out to one of my servers. So if I put this in, your closet or where your modem was at, I don't think that you would ever think this is a dangerous device. Or unplug it, or maybe if you unplugged it, most people would be scared to unplug it if it was at their business, and that's kind of the point of it. So if I was at a business doing what they call a penetration test, this device would give me access when I get home so that I could go further into their network without looking suspicious.
Wow, that's cool. That is so cool. It reminded me of one of my other jobs I was at when I was in the office, and I just remember seeing like their server room, like seemed like it was always open. I wonder if I had to check and I wanted to be a menace, what I could have did with this. Like, it was a lot of open points I saw during that time period back in the day. I'm not gonna say the name of the job, but just seeing that, I'm like, if I really wanted to, or somebody else wanted to be a menace, how easy it would have been.
Do you make these, or can you just buy that?
Oh, this stuff is, for the most part, I've made a few things that are in this bag, but for the most part, it's any consumer can buy it. You just got to know how to use it or program it.
Yeah, guys. So, hey, yeah, I might have bought some of this and start doing some reviews, low key. Let's skip to his next item.
This a punch stand. Sorry. Okay, so on this side. So this was an open source project, and they call this a Ponagachi. So this is kind of a smaller version.
I've heard that they said a Tamagotchi, the ones where you can like have like a little pet animal, and then you can like feed it every day or something, and it'll like grow or something like that. I think it's called like a Tamagotchi or something. That's what I thought that initially was.
Of the Wi-Fi antenna. So I would just keep this in my pocket. And what it does is it works off of artificial intelligence. So it tries to find what channels, Wi-Fi works with channels, same way a radio would work like back in the day.
Okay.
Wi-Fi has channels, and this tries to figure out which channel is the best to be on. And it's going to send out what I was talking about earlier, these deauthentication packets, and will knock devices off the network momentarily. And when they connect back on, this is going to try to in its words, it's going to try to eat them or chomp them, and then it collects they're called handshakes. Those handshakes are what are crackable when you're out of range of that network. So this device it looks like it uses it similar to the Kindle, the Amazon Kindle. So it takes a second because it's called an ink display. So it doesn't matter if you're in bright light or in the dark. There's no backlight on here. You see how the thing just appeared on there?
Yeah.
So this little guy his whole entire mission is to be fed by Wi-Fi networks. So it's almost like a little pet that needs Wi-Fi networks to live.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was something.
Okay, so it's kind of like a real life Tamagotchi. You know what? Somebody may have to make that real life Tamagotchi, and just have it do the exact same thing with this device. And maybe. Then well, actually, actually, we might have a whole lot more menaces out here. Maybe not. I'm kind of just thinking about the craziness that may happen if everybody started getting this and starts just acting here wild. Never mind. I'm gonna let him continue.
I built with it's a battery pack, a Raspberry Pi Zero, and then an e-ink display, and then there's an SD card that's running this software. Right
Are
here.
you hacking my network right now?
Actually, yeah, unintentionally, yeah.
So what?
So just
Holy shit!
So I turned it off. But yeah, you're right. I wasn't even thinking. Yeah, I was hacking your Wi-Fi without even thinking.
So
look at that, guys. Without even thinking, having this device, you're able just to hack. Just unintentionally. I love it.
They would hack into my Wi-Fi, kick devices off.
Yes.
And then you have access to those devices? Or that you have access to the network, which is all the devices?
Yeah, I have access to the network. So
how fast does that work?
It's pretty quick. It de-authenticates your network. As soon as your device tries to reconnect, it grabs that reconnection, which is called a handshake or a 4-way handshake. So yeah, it's pretty quick.
How quick? 30 seconds? 5 minutes?
Okay, I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna say like 2-3 seconds.
Yeah, well, if you're let's say your router's right there, and your phone is here, or or there's a device in this room connected to the network, I'd say 15 seconds.
Okay, I was a little off, but I was still close. 3 times that by a few, 15.
Did you make that one?
I built this one. I didn't create the idea.
Son of a bitch. Is there any way to protect yourself against this shit?
Yeah, I would recommend staying up to date. Buying new routers when they come out. Get on stay up with technology when it comes to your daily I don't know, maybe devices or
routers.
Yeah, routers.
What else?
Yeah, routers. Make sure you have a new smartphone if you can afford one. Laptop, make sure you keep it updated. Computer, desktop, whatever computer you use, make sure you keep it on the latest update patch.
So this is why they keep putting out these software updates. It's to combat this kind of stuff.
Of course. And this right here, what does this look like to you?
Okay, before we continue, we're from the end this video after that. He talked about this device that looks like a thumb drive. Oh man, staying up to date on tech. I may have to actually make a video on that as well. I'm glad he brought that up with how like tech that's kind of old. It just has a lot more time for people to learn different ways to hack that device. So maybe I might name a video titled like why you should always get why you should always get new devices, or why you should always get like the next iPhone or something like that. But I do like let me rephrase that. I like that he touched on that, because a lot of people have like super old devices, and I guess they think that those older devices are actually more secure, when in actuality it's probably a whole lot less secure. So if you are a person who is scared of being hacked, you having older devices makes you a whole lot more easily able to be hacked. I guess technically speaking, everything can be hacked, but I guess with the latest tech, there's a lot more defense. Whereas those other lower devices, or if you have like a device that hasn't been updated in a very long time, you're not able to get those defenses against those certain attacks. I do have some old phones. I'm intrigued to see if I can maybe try like to hack into those old ones, using like just using stuff I just found online. I'm pretty sure I'll have a good chance on some of those old phones, but again, that's kind of just me talking about maybe possible video ideas I may have to do for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for that. If I forget, just like let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure I'll read it eventually. But yeah, it's good to stay up to date on your tech.
It's a thumb drive.
It's not a thumb drive. So if I open this up, sorry, I don't have much nails to work with here, but there we go. Inside of this is, you see the SD card in there?
Yeah.
So when this is plugged into a computer, the computer believes that it is a keyboard. So it's an HID device, a human. I'm having a blank. It's a human something. It's a HID device. So when I plug this into any computer, doesn't matter if it's Mac, Linux, Windows, it's gonna not think this is a flash drive, and it's gonna start firing off keystrokes at superhuman speeds. So I have a payload configured on here that will automatically install malware on your computer and dump all the passwords out of your browser, save them to it's called an FTP, FTP file share. It's like a folder on the internet. It saves those passwords and installs the malware so that I can access your computer later. And then I unplug it from your computer, I walk away, and I'm done. But if I leave one of these on the ground outside of your office, or I just leave one in the bathroom, you might think, oh, what's on that flash drive? And then before you have a chance to even pull it out, a payload got executed on your computer.
Holy shit. So, all right, so it takes the passwords out of your browser. What if you use...
And puts malware on your computer.
What if you...
And puts malware on your computer. It takes your info and it puts malware on your computer, just like that. I remember, like a Security Plus A+, one of the, study sections talking about it's not picking up USB drives and plugging it in. I guess apparently this is something people do. People see USBs on the ground, at their house or at the job, and they just randomly put it into the computers. I think that's wild. To me, I'm like, that's common sense, not to just pick up random stuff and plug it up to your own computer. But I guess maybe because I'm just more tech savvy than some people, but I like that. That is crazy that people really just pick up stuff. Oh, let me just plug it in like that. That's wild. That's wild. And now you see, you could be, your password taken just like that, or the company's password and stuff going just like that.
You use them like one of these password managers. Are those things worth a shit?
Yeah, some of them are, some of them aren't. Some of them are worth more than others. But yeah, I would recommend using a password manager for anything that you're storing your passwords with.
What is your number one ranked password manager?
1Password.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I actually recently have been using 1Password. I think I got it a few months ago. I still want to say it was in 2023. Yeah. Every time I keep talking on this, the screen keeps zooming in. Let me make that darker. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't keep zooming in. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure if you guys are going to see it on your end, but on my end, I'm seeing it. I'm still seeing it a little bit. But yeah, I've been using the 1Password for a minute. Has been great. It allows myself to get a whole bunch of more complicated passwords for all the different websites I be on. And I don't actually have to remember all of those passwords. I just got one super long password that I remember, and then I can just use that 1Password and use that into the password manager, and then the password manager can go ahead and put in the individual passwords for all the different sites. I think it's a quick way for you to have a whole lot better security, because you don't actually have to remember each individual one, so you can have each of your passwords unique. which I definitely like. And then on top of that too, if you wanted to, if you're scared somehow that this password manager is going to get hacked, well, first off, if somebody really trying to hack you, I guess they can hack you, but you can use a thing called like double blind passwords or like triple blind passwords. But a double blind password is like, okay, let's say you're using the password manager, for example, as one of your passwords, right? Now you got something else in your head for the second part of that password. So in different ways you can have that second part. You can have it maybe individualized for like whatever website you're on. Maybe you're on like a financial website or your banking website. So you have like a code in your head for banking, like B for bank, and then the name of the company, Bank of America. So let's say B for bank and then BA for Bank of America. And then you can have some other stuff going along with that. So you can have your double blind password kind of like individualized for each of your different passwords, or you can just have like your own saying. You can be like, sorry about that, but you can be like, let's say at the end of all your passwords, you have like a 1257 exclamation point, and you don't have that in your password manager. You have your password manager put the password in, and then you add in the additional A, B, C, D, exclamation point, etc. So, kind of just making your password even more customized. So yeah, if you're kind of scared of that, you can always use different things like that.
1Password.
Yeah, the numerical 1 and then password I would recommend.
Is that the only one that's worth a damn?
I don't want to speak on ones that I don't know.
All right, we're gonna have to make some changes.
Well, if you're using LastPass, the only reason I haven't used that one, haven't talked about that one, is because they were recently breached, and I'm not sure if they're being it's hard for me to tell, but I'm not sure if they're being completely honest about how much information was actually breached.
Oh, good. That's good to know. What name?
So yeah, guys, I might have maybe a link to 1Pass probably in the description box. I definitely recommend using 1Pass too. I've currently used it myself. I like how you're able to access it like on any browser or on your phone like that. Cool thing with your phone too is that instead of you putting the password in, you can use like your hand or whatever type of authentication you currently have on your device, which again makes getting to your things so much quicker and should have a whole lot more security. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video.